Another thing you mentioned is like early stage startups shouldn't rely on SEO. So, that's also one of the questions from the audience is like, how should startup founders, especially early stage founders, try to learn SEO, or should they just go straight forward to a like SEO expert in early days?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you define as early. I think when you're before your product market fit, I don't think SEO is a very good channel. Now, you can always find exceptions to everything. And there's also the exception of if you're going to go very hard on being a publisher, like I think, was it HubSpot that famously, like they publish content on a bunch of stuff before they launch their product. If you're going to do that, then that's almost kind of brand. But the reason I wouldn't rely on SEO is it's just getting harder and harder to get from 0 to 1. And what I usually recommend is create, because SEO relies on creating web pages and having content, is start with the content that you need anyway. What it means, like if someone comes to your site from any source, what is the questions you want to answer? What is that way that you want to educate your audience? And then if you can get SEO as a nice byproduct there, then cool. But when you're an early stage company, you have limited time, you have limited money, you have limited existence. And search is just too like precarious and uncertain and hard for early stage companies that I would view it as if we do other things that benefit in search, cool, but I can only make so many bets. And with my VC money on the line, I would not want to make an SEO bet unless I had a very particular conviction around the opportunity.
Yeah, I also hear some startups, like typically earlier stage startup having similar line of questioning is like, okay, since SEO is going away, should we like even start to invest in SEO? Like, when do you think it is time for startups to invest in SEO, or would you think like investing in SEO should still be one of the core strategy, but just like how you invest in SEO is going to be different?
Yeah, well, there's also direct and indirect. There's like, is this an SEO strategy? I'm creating content with this channel of mine. And then there's like, do I want people who are just searching very like specific things around what we do to find us? So when I advise early stage companies, what I say is, if you're going to think about SEO at all, just make sure your website is structured well. Work with a freelancer or a consultant just to make sure that you're not breaking anything. Like the number one thing is, if someone is searching for me, can they find us? So if someone searches ExponentialX, you want to show up, right? Even if there's no SEO strategy around trying to rank for what is growth marketing or something like that. But yeah, and then I would say just again, like what are the pieces of content that you could create anyway, and where SEO is a positive byproduct. But just the earlier you are, if you make a bet on SEO, it's just kind of more uncertain. So I would look to hedge that bet.
Yeah.